so hard to get into a winning position there. That must be really difficult to take.
Yeah, it feels like a loss, I'm not going to lie. To be in a commanding position, dominating yet another game of football, never looked in danger. To be standing here now, having drawn the football match, it feels like a loss naturally. So really, really disappointed. Just disappointed in the manner that we conceded the goals in terms of set plays. So that's something that we need to address, something we need to look at this week. That's 3 now in 2 games that we conceded direct from corners. So we will look at it, we will address it. Spoke to the players there, and we'll have a chat about it because there's a trend starting. But ultimately, again, I'm standing in front of you saying, we should have took our chance. If we'd have took our chances again, the game could have been well out of sight. But in football, if you don't take your chances, you can get punished no matter what level you play at. And no disrespect to Ashton, but they came here. They're never going to carve us open with open play. They just relied on set plays and mistakes, and that's how they've got their point today. So naturally, we're bitterly disappointed, but it's something we'll learn from. We haven't lost a game. That's the only positive really we can take from it. We're still top of the league with a game in hand. So it's still onwards and upwards.
I guess if we took the first 5 minutes in the last 5 minutes out of the game, you'd be very positive about those 80 minutes in between, wouldn't you?
Exactly, but we'll get criticised for those 5 minutes and 5 minutes. But perhaps we deserve it. But you take those 10 minutes away, we have absolutely dominated a game of football, and that's what makes it even more hard to take. So credit to Ashton, they kept going. They got their rewards in the end, but ultimately we've shot ourselves in the foot. And the manner of the goals that we conceded, at the end of the day, if you don't do your job, you don't go and head the ball, you're not organised, you're not disciplined, you get punished. And I said to him in there, what you have to keep doing is when you get a comfortable lead and you're on top, you have to keep doing the same things that got you into that lead. You can't become safe and keep going backwards and back to the goalkeeper, because ultimately going back to the goalkeeper has coincided with them getting corners, and that's how they've got their opportunity. So we're disappointed, but there was some really good stuff today. Again, some of the play that we played was excellent. Some of the goals we scored were fantastic, and but naturally we're disappointed we didn't win the game.
You mentioned the set piece goals that were conceded there as well. Is it a bit of a different one to take when you consider the record this season being really positive from set pieces?
Yeah, it's football. Any team in the world, they go through spells where you think they've been excellent at something all season, all of a sudden you have a little spell where things are not quite going your way. It's something that we'll need to address, and we'll look at it, because you take those set plays out of the game. Apart from the first 5 minutes where we were caught sleeping, we win the football match. It's as simple as that. So set plays are a massive part of football, and we have to tighten up on it. Our defensive record has been excellent, but we've conceded a few in the last few weeks, so it's something we'll address. On the flip side of that, we're scoring goals, it comes in waves, doesn't it, football? So we need to get back to maybe some basics in terms of defending, and we get that right with the quality we've got going forward, we'll be okay.
You always say that the beauty of this league is you get a chance to put things right straight away when you have a bad result, but I guess we don't have that this time because we've got a full week without a game. But I guess it's a bit of a double-edged sword, and it gives you a chance to put things right on the training.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bad result because we didn't win in the situation we're in, but we haven't lost. And them players in there are gutted, and I'm gutted for them because they worked so hard at Radcliffe during the week. We only had just over 48 hours to prepare. Ashton are fresh. So it just shows you we look strong today, we look physically strong in terms of our fitness levels. We keep going, but we've ultimately got undone by 2 set plays and the people not doing their jobs, and that happens in football. So we'll learn from it, we'll dust ourselves down, we'll look at it this week, we'll have a good training week, and we'll be well prepared for the game next weekend.
I guess that free week as well gives you a chance to get the likes of Tom Broadbent closer to match fitness, the likes of Michael Woods more minutes under his legs in training as well, Sam Hodgson too. Yeah,
definitely. So hopefully Broady will be ready for next weekend. Woods will have a good week's training, same with Briggsy. Hodgie as well will have a good week's training. So hopefully there's been no injuries picked up today. So hopefully, come next weekend we'll have a full squad to pick from, and hopefully we can get back to winning ways and keeping clean sheets, because we've been excellent at that so far this season, and we're just having a little bit of a wobbly spell in terms of conceding goals, but we've got enough experience in there to handle that. And the positive thing and the pleasing thing is we're finding the net regularly now. There's competition for places up top, so lots and lots of positives. I'm not going to be stood here doom and gloom. yes, we're gutted we never won, but ultimately we have to stay positive. Lots of positives come out of that game, and we'll look forward to a nice week's training.